Father just asked different things that we thought would be good for the parish. And I thought we needed more for couples, just for getting together and growing in our faith and strengthening marriages. So I mentioned that, and he thought it'd be great. So I got a task force together of about 5 other people, and we met a couple times a month and put it together, and yeah, I was happy with it. Well, we met at church for 5 o'clock mass, so there were 13 couples and Father. So we ended up going to the snowmobile club, and we had a meal and just great conversation. And then Peter Martin and his wife were our guest speakers. So they shared about their experience, their story, and then just what he does for family, marriage, and counseling. So it was great to have him as a resource. He was very easy to work with. First of all, Father gave me his name and emailed him probably 3 or 4 times, and he thought he could think of many things to talk about with strengthening our marriages and making just keeping Christ as our number 1 in our relationships, and then your spouse number 2 and your children number 3. He said a lot of times it goes the opposite direction and your kids think that they're number 1. So he really focused on that and the 5 love languages. And I really like the 5 love languages book, so I wanted to focus on that. So we had that as a takeaway for all the couples. And also another thing I took away was having a date night with your spouse once a week. I feel like we were able to keep the cost of the event down, for one thing, that we didn't have to spend or charge a lot of money because we didn't have to pay for him specifically out of our own pockets. So and then we're able to give that book as a gift too and get a meal also. We're planning at least once a year to do this event, but we mentioned maybe doing other nights where we could have a monthly game night, or just something that would be more often than once a year. So we did talk about that. I think, well, especially with COVID going on, we just needed some positive nights out in our parish, and also just getting to know other people of the parish. So I know we had, at each table you met new couples, people you don't normally hang around, and so it's fun to reconnect. And I know I got a card from someone from there that night just thanking me for setting it up, and then also they really enjoyed Peter and his wife, their talk. They had been married many years, but they said they still took things away from it, and they were going to give that book, the 5 love languages, as wedding gifts for weddings that they go to. I just feel, you're going to be touched. If it's not you specifically, it might be a friend that you know that would be touched by the Catholic Ministry of Appeals. It would be a good way to show your support of our church and of other people of our faith.